The filming of this video is a production made especially by Ryan Johnson because I'm about to subvert the expectation of what this entire video is about to be. For about a while, every time a lot of people when they hold out a camera and very much try to feel like they're being the ones being the victim, it always ends up never working out because usually the people that end up recording themselves are usually the ones that are literally the problem. If they had just not done the things that they have done, things would have been entirely a lot more different, but they decided to just whip up the camera and, try to, farm for, TikTok sympathy and likes. This one, however, is actually now the opposite. This is actually a lot more different because of what actually just happened that I actually went up to do a little bit of digging for. This is essentially a video of a girl very much kind of going into a pharmacy to just get her prescriptions. Just get some prescriptions. You just need them for something else. And this guy who is literally just going out there for a war or whatever he's just doing, essentially comes up to this woman and accuses her of stealing something and hiding something in her purse. And there was essentially nothing on the cameras because the cameras were even on into the building, and even despite what he was even wearing, he had two different types of body cameras. They weren't on, so there was no verifiable way to actually get the footage out there and actually being shown. She even asked for it and he just outright denies it for whatever reason.
For you're saying you didn't. You're saying you didn't. So let me give you the benefit of the doubt. So clarify, right? I'm just gonna look. You go ahead and you open it up yourself.
I'm not clarifying anything for you.
Yeah, you have to.
No, I don't.
That's how it works. You don't get to make up the rules. That's not how it works.
It sounds like you're making up rules.
Nope, that's not how it works.
Yeah, because now
when they say that
when they
say that you have items on you that you did not pay for, it's my job to check you. And so
I
at this
suggest
point,
you
I'm
call
giving
your
you
manager.
I'm giving you the option to show me what you got.
No,
otherwise,
honestly,
no, it's okay.
I suggest you get your manager.
It's okay. Otherwise, I will detain you, and the police will come. And
No,
second, if they
yes,
find
please
items on
bring
you,
them.
then
Actually,
I
I'll
hope
sit
you
here and
understand.
wait.
At that point, you're gonna really go to jail.
No, I hope so.
So I'm
Call
really trying
them.
to work with you, and
No,
I'm giving
I
you
don't
a
want
chance.
to work.
I'm giving you every single
Call
option
them.
to do the right thing.
Call them, please.
I'm giving you every option.
First of all, I have to ask the question that everybody's just been asking. Why in the hell is he wearing all this tactical gear? He is more prepared for an imminent war than he is for just being a security guard at a Walgreens. You don't need to wear all this. You don't need to have all this. You are a little security guard. Unless he's unless he had the previous job was working at Fast Bears Entertainment, he had to be security guard to fend himself off of these animatronics. Maybe so, but clearly he is way over his head on this whole thing, and plus he's not the most convincing officer I've ever seen, which will be tied down a little bit later. But just had to make the comment that yeah. He's ready to get down and dirty and in this pharmacy for for just whatever reason.
Please.
I'm giving you every option to do
Here,
the right
I'll
thing.
sit down while you call them.
Nope. Nope. You have to. Nope.
I'll sit down.
Nope.
My car's parked. I'll be fine. Call the police, please.
That's not how it works.
Call the police.
I
Isn't that what you
I
just
need you
said?
to show me that the items are not in your
Call
pocket.
the police.
Nope, you don't have to.
Oh, so you don't have to. You're just gonna sit
so
here
that
and
item
harass
right there,
me.
what is that right there?
None of your fucking business.
I'm looking right at it. I'm looking right at it. That's called probable cause.
Huh?
I'm looking right at
Oh,
it.
okay,
They're saying
then
that you have
call
my
the
items. Yeah. You can pull this Karen card all you want to. It's not going to save you in the long run.
What are you talking
the
about?
truth is, you have items that belong to us that you did not pay for.
What?
They're saying
So
that
you're
saying that you
accusing
didn't.
me of not
Yep,
having money.
absolutely. They're telling me that you did not pay for those items. I'm telling you that I need
just
my money.
got off of fucking work.
I need my
And
items
they
back.
think because I'm dressed like this.
No, it has nothing to do with the way you're dressed.
That I'm
They saw
dressed
you
with
on
a
camera.
big
Hey guys, look.
puffy
They saw her
coat.
on camera taking items
They
that she did
think
not pay
that
for.
I'm
You're a
going-
thief. You're a thief. You're stealing things that did not belong to you. That's how it works out, okay?
Okay.
So at this point, you're trespassed. Do not come back. Go.
I'm waiting for you to call the
You're
police.
free to go. Do not come back. You're trespassing. You cannot come back.
No, I'm waiting for you to call
The
the
store
police.
manager says they do not want you to
Oh,
come
call
back.
the store
it's all right.
manager
It's all right.
then.
That's why I'm here. So you
you're
need to
not gonna
leave.
call the
At this
store
point, you
manager?
need to leave because you are trespassed, and I hope you understand what trespass
call the
means.
police.
Trespass means you cannot be on the property. So they're telling me you need to leave.
Call
They're
the
trespassing
police.
you need to leave.
Call the police.
So you're not going to leave?
No, call the police.
You're not going to leave?
No, call
Are you
the
sure?
police.
You need to leave.
Call the police.
You need to leave the store.
Call the police.
You're trespassing.
You
into
just
the store.
followed
Nope.
me.
You need to leave. I'm
forced
doing
me
my
to stay
job.
in this
Yep,
store.
I'm doing my job.
Because you guys
Because you have
believe
items
that
that
I'm
you did not
stealing.
pay for.
Which is what?
You have items that you did not pay for.
Which is what?
I need those items right there and right there. They saw you on camera.
Then pull up the
You
footage.
can pull the Karen card. All
I
you
would say that her kind of like response of like the whole thing of just like, I'm kind of like, like the way I dress and like, the puffy like, jacket that I'm wearing may seem like, I'm a guilty person. And I have like no comment on that. Like, I pretty don't think that's like the best like way of like, handling of this, for the most part. This is why history and all that. That's not important. I'm here to just, see what the hell this guy's up to, and there's a little bit more information about this whole thing, a lot more, but I want to show this on like every single angle to get like the whole full picture.
you want to, it's not going to make a difference.
What are you
You're
talking
breaking the
about?
law, and it's my job to hold people
Pull
accountable.
up the
That's why they
footage.
have us here.
There's
So,
people in this store that are actually stealing.
Bartels went out of service, out of business.
So
CBS
it's your
went out of
manager
business
that said I
because
was
people keep stealing. So they hired 79% of all businesses hire people like us to make sure that people are not stealing. So they saw you taking some items.
Your manager did?
All you have to do is clear your name and say, "Hey, look, for the
But
cameras,
the
I
thing
didn't
is,
take anything, and you're
I
good
don't
to
have
go."
to clear shit though.
You do.
Because
So
I
at
don't
this
know
point,
what
at
you're
this
talking
point, at this point, they want you to
I
leave.
thought you said you were
at
going.
this point, they want
so
you to leave.
I can leave now
You
because
could,
before
you've been
couldn't.
could have left. You're trespassed, and you cannot be on
I'm
the
waiting
property.
for you to call your manager.
You need to leave.
Because right now
the
it's looking like
manager
you guys
has
are
nothing
really
to do with
racist.
anything. You need to leave.
So you guys are
You need to
accusing
leave.
me, a black woman,
Yep.
of stealing.
Black, white doesn't make any difference.
It apparently does because apparently the way I
absolutely has
dress.
absolutely nothing to do with any
I
kind of
came
race,
down here
creed,
to
or
get
anything at
my
all.
prescription, and then
Yep,
all of a
you need to
sudden
leave
I'm
the store.
trying to leave. He says I
You
can't
need,
leave.
you need to leave the store.
And now I'm supposed to
need
call
leave.
the police,
You're
please.
trespassing.
Didn't you say you were going to put me in
Okay,
handcuffs?
so here's what's going to happen. If you do not leave after I've already told you that you've been trespassed, you're going to be criminally trespassed. That means you're going to have a court date and you're going to go to jail. Trespassing is a very
I
serious
asked
crime.
you to call the police. Can you call the
You're
police?
being trespassed from the store.
Can you call the
You
police?
need to leave the store. So you're not going to leave even though you're trespassed. I just need to be
Again,
sure for clarification.
Can you call the police?
You need to leave.
I'm scared for
You
my
can,
life.
you can call the police. Feel free, call them. They're going to tell you the same thing. If you're trespassed and you're not going to leave the store, they're going to handcuff.
Now you're probably wondering exactly what the hell is like, something out here. Like, what's like the big twist that's happening? And that is because that this officer right here is actually not actually working at the pharmacy. In fact, his security license actually is literally like inactive, meaning that he didn't even belong there in the first place, and he's doing an off job that he's not even supposed to even remotely do. Aside from him more just being kind of just like, preparing for like the end of times, an actual police officer was eventually, called in, and basically this whole thing ended up happening where she was not exactly arrested, and later after that whole thing when the officer was like, this is the whole situation, like that's it, like the whole, like, being trespassed and all that, she ended up calling the actual Walgreens and, wanted to contact the manager to make a complaint. And what ended up happening was that when she did end up calling the Walgreens manager, he had no idea what was even going on. In fact, they didn't even know that this guy apparently was a part of the whole Walgreens security team, meaning that he literally just did not know that this guy was a part of the team and that she was being harassed by some random guy that was dressed up as a security officer.
This guy thinks I'm stealing.
You got items on you, and I need those items back.
I don't
If you do not give me those items back, you're
you're
going to be detained. You're going to go to jail.
Don't touch me.
They seen you on camera.
See me on camera doing what?
I have a job to do. It's not personal.
It is personal
Nope.
because you're accusing me of
They
stealing.
watch you on camera.
Watch me on
They
camera.
watch you on camera.
Bring up the footage.
They're
Then.
they're telling me right now that you
Bring
have
up
items
the
on you.
footage.
They're telling me right now you have the items.
Bring up the footage, please.
So here's the deal, okay? I'm gonna work with you, okay? If you
There's
give me
no
the item,
working.
this
Don't
is it.
touch
This is
me.
your only chance. This is your only
I
chance.
literally.
Okay?
Okay, let's go talk to the guy then. Don't tell me what to do. Who are you? Look at these people accusing me of stealing from
Do not walk away
CVS.
from me.
I
Nope.
came here to get
Give me my
one
items, or
prescription.
you're gonna get detained.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You have items
What
that
are
belong
you
to us.
talking about?
Okay.
So who here called the police on me? Because
Nobody.
apparently, okay. So
They're
why
saying you have
are
items on you, and I have to
What
check you.
items? I'm here
I
literally
just
for
need-
my
listen,
Adderall
listen.
prescription.
Here's what I need. Okay, we can make a big deal if you want to.
Make
Here's
it
what
a
I
big
do.
deal.
For the camera.
It's either you're
Yep.
calling the police.
No, ma'am. That's not how it
Or-
works. You don't get to make the rules. You don't dictate what happens here, okay? So
Okay.
here's what's going to happen, okay?
Whatever.
You're going to show me that you have nothing in your pocket.
I'm
and
not
you're
showing
good to
you
go.
shit because I don't have anything.
Then you're going to get
I
detained.
literally got off from
Then you're
work
gonna
from
get detained.
Amazon.
And that's just how it works.
You're
I'm sorry.
accusing me.
Listen, I'm
God
not accusing
forbid.
you. They're accusing you, and I have a job
Who's
to do.
they?
My management, my superiors, the
Bring
store
him down
manager.
here
Listen.
then. Show me the footage that you guys have of me stealing.
Here's what you need to do.
I literally
Here's
came
what you
in
need to
here
do.
for
Here's
my
your options.
prescription.
Here are your
And
choices.
you guys
Here
are
are your choices.
accusing
Here are
me
your
of
choices.
stealing.
Here are your choices. You need to show me that there's nothing in your pockets because they're
Absolutely
saying that
not.
there's stuff in your pockets. Stop walking
No.
away. Stop walking away.
Or what?
You're gonna get detained and you're gonna go to the ground.
And you're gonna get
It's
sued.
okay. Do what you gotta do. I got a job to do. Listen, do not
I
walk past
also
me.
have a job to do.
Listen.
Which
Nope.
includes
I need
leaving
my
the
items
store.
back. Listen, I need my items
What
back.
the? I don't know what the hell you're talking
Then show
about.
me what's in your pockets.
My wallet?
No, I don't
And
care about
even
your wallet.
then,
They
I
just
don't
care
have
about
to
the
show
items
you.
that you took and that you put into
What
your
items?
pockets.
What
The
items?
items that they're saying that you took.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I
Okay.
literally
Well, I'm here
stand
to
in
just
line
clarify.
for like
You're
30
saying you
minutes.
didn't. You're saying you didn't. So let me give you the benefit of the doubt. So clarify, right? I'm just gonna look. You go ahead and you open it up yourself.
I'm not clarifying anything for you.
Yeah, you have to.
No, I don't.
That's how it works.
Hell, a guy by the name of Max Anderson, a privacy security expert with 2 decades of experience, weighed in on the situation, and he ended up expressing concerns over Brian Vinegar's tactical appearance. That's the name of the fake security guard, and said, quote, "He got much more tactical appearance and he probably needs to working in retail. Looking at his uniform, he's wearing a tactical vest. I've worn those before working in disaster responses." He emphasized that the guards, like Vinegar, gave the private security industry a bad name and contribute to a perception of aggression and abuse of power. Which I honestly am inclined to agree. Like, even if you are an officer and, like, you know, with security for, like, any of these, like, types of situations, the one thing I think most people shouldn't try to do is to be this, like, aggressive or something. Especially when it's just something for, like, a Walgreens, CVS, where, like, most of, like, the crime that you can end up getting away with is probably, like, stuff like, you know, like destruction of like private property, or like end up like shoplifting something and trying to, like, you know, sneak away and get away with it. Which I feel like the more like at least shoplifting is a much more of the petty crime, whereas, like, you know, destruction of private property is a lot more of a much more of a heavier crime than, like, you know, just pickpocketing off of someone and just stealing some items. To give you all some of the little bit of the spoilers, she did end up actually, you know, hiring a lawyer to very much pursue a lawsuit against the guy, and the guy has been allegedly accused of actually, you know, doing this and been harassing women for a while and been doing this, like, this entire shtick for a good while, though it's all alleged, so it's not exactly confirmed for a while, so that's why I'm saying alleged for it. And then there was this official police report that ended up being shown out there on her own TikTok that very much showed exactly how it all ended up going down. I'll be reading the narrative part about the whole thing, since this is exactly how it's going to be going, though I am going to be skipping over some of them, since these are just essentially just all recaps of what we've just been following. I walked up to Officer Book, who was speaking with Micaiah. She appeared in a very distraught and frightened of what had occurred. Security guard Brian Vinegar told me he works for ASAC as a security for Walgreens. He stated the following: "It was a working security guard when someone told them that Micaiah had put items in her pocket and was attempting to steal them. He could not clarify who told him that she was stealing. He then confronted her and told her to empty her pockets and give them back the items she took. He then said he did not want to make a big deal and wanted her to return the items she took to leave the store. At that point, she contacted 911. Then Officer David arrived. Officer David spoke with Micaiah, who relayed the following. Micaiah was at a pharmacy section attempting to get her prescriptions since she was confronted by Brian Vinegar. She told him that she felt profiled because of her race and referenced her as a little black girl. She was adamant that she does not take any items and was there to get her medication. She then said to follow her around to the store and told her to give the items back to empty her pockets. He then threatened he would throw her onto the ground and put her in handcuffs. Then said she was cornered by him and did not allow her to leave, and that's when she called 911 from being frightened. I asked Brian Vinegar and told him if there was video surveillance capturing the incident, and he told me no. He told me there was no recordings and his body-worn video was not activated. Although the call remarks stated the video footage was available, he told me that he had none. Brian added that he did not want her to formally trespass, but simply to leave the store. Yeah, but I don't think that even entirely matters, because you don't even work at that place anymore. And I'm not sure exactly how the whole security ID system even works, because if this guy just generally just did not know that his security ID was entirely expired, or the place that he worked at Walgreens was essentially just did not do a good background check of him and just realized that they hired someone that's not even remotely fit to be for a security job, I have no idea. I'm just speculating over here, but it's just rather weird that you can't even have the body footage, because I feel like if you at least do have something, at least for like stealing, there are cameras everywhere in the building, so you'll obviously be able to have like footage of like if something was actually be stolen, you'll be able to check back with the footage. I spoke with a witness named Darlin Lamb who was watching the entire incident and asked him what he observed. He stated the following. He said he was going up the escalator to the pharmacy section to get his blood pressure medication. He said that he heard Brian Vinegar tell her that he was told that she took some items and to give them back. He went on to say that she heard her say, call the police numerous of times, and that was it. Sergeant Augustus screened the incident on scene. Based off the investigation, I told Bakea she could complain to the security company he worked for the report of the incident. Furthermore, because no video is really available, and the preliminary investigation wouldn't be submitted to a follow-up unit. So unfortunately, it seems like that this is not exactly going to be going anywhere near time soon. So the only thing we have left is just the lawsuit against the guy, because he literally just does not work at this pharmacy whatsoever. And I'm not sure exactly how security guards in pharmacies are meant to even be working, but this is clearly not up to like the actual standard of what it should be, because you're working in a pharmacy. I think the most that you would even need to just have is probably just maybe some maybe a little bit of handcuffs, a little bit of mace, and then a firearm if you really want to be a little bit protective. I have completely no idea. Again, I'm just speaking over the speculation because I am only making this video just because of just how ridiculous the security guy is. And that's the only reason I even made this video in the first place, and ended up kind of falling down a little bit more of a rabbit hole before it. So yeah, that's exactly the only stuff that I even have figured out about this whole thing as far as I know. And I'll try to make sure to see if there's anything more updates for it, because to see if she went through the lawsuit, it could be a lot more complication. Exactly, what's going to be happening with Brian Vinegar for the most part. And that's really all there is to it. And I'll keep you guys up to date. And that's about it. Bye-bye.